Hi, I am Mai and today I will present my thesis, tentorium. Tentorium is a Latin word for suspended or hanging. I chose it because it represents my inspiration, which are hanging structures. Wire cable suspended structures were analyzed for this project so as to understand how they hold and how could I apply these to accessories. I focused my analysis on the clean complexity of Santiago Calatrava's bridges. Sense of tension was used as a design element by playing with the pulling forces of wires and weights. Tentorium is where design, architecture, and engineering meet. The customer I am designing for is a young professional woman with an active lifestyle. She is detail-oriented and appreciates quality over quantity. She enjoys architecture and the arts. As I mentioned before, I was inspired by Santiago Calatrava's wire-suspended bridges. In these pictures, we can see details on how the cables are anchored to the main structures. We can also see the different design of cable placements, for example, parallel or converging to one point. I wanted to convey a sense of sophistication by mixing different materials such as metal, wood, and leather and create clean yet complex pieces. For the bag's bodies and shoe uppers, I used aniline smooth calfskin. In order to recreate the structural framework, I worked with vegetable leather and wood, specifically maple and pine. I also used hardware from the architectural and engineering world that can be found at any hardware store, like screws, steel wire cable, nuts, and bolts. Based on the inspiration and materials, I created these initial concept sketches to define the design direction for the collection. Tentorium is composed of 3 pieces. They are named after cities where 3 bridges designed by Calatrava are located. For the Mercia bag, I started with the initial sketch and first proto. The first proto needed to be improved, so I designed a new back opening and made new patterns. After 2 more prototypes where I tried different constructions and fillers, I made the final sample. After the first proto, I redesigned the handle as well. I worked the handle by layering vegetable leather and wood for it to be sturdy yet flexible. Below, you can see some ideas I analyzed to connect the handle at the bottom and decided on the threaded rod with nuts at the ends. Finally, we can see the process on finishing the handle and at the right, the finished bag. Mercia is a shoulder bag that features a geometric body suspended by 10 parallel wire cables anchored to the vegetable leather handle, which has wood inserts for more robustness. Mercia has 2 zippers to get better access to the interior. The bag is fully lined and it has 2 interior pockets to keep your essentials organized. For the Sevilla bag, I started with the initial sketch and first proto, where I needed to figure out a way to lift the bag from the bottom frame. I did this by using mending plates on the inside bottom of the bag and machined screws sticking out and secured with nuts. After the final bag was made, I analyzed what was the best way to attach the functional wire cables from the bottom frame to the strap. I went for the first option in which the D-ring is not connected to the side of the bag, and this was the result. Sevilla is a crossbody bag with an adjustable strap that is connected to the bottom frame through functional cables. It is fully lined and has 2 inside pockets. In these additional views, we can see how the wires are connected from the strap to the bottom frame, and also the personalized zipper pull used throughout the collection. I started the Doha boots by playing with the angles of the heel and platform. I was inspired by the Mercia bag to create the heel's shape. Following the geometric theme, I carved the square platform. I glued the bottom components to start working with the wires. The wires connect the heel and the platform. At the same time, I worked on the upper. I created my crimping boards, molded the band pieces, and sewed the upper. Finally, I lasted the boot, and here's the result. Doha is a zipper ankle boot with a geometric high heel and square platform which are wrapped in vegetable leather. The boot lies on the heel and platform. It doesn't have an entire outsole, so the crank or arch is suspended. In these pictures, we can see additional views of the boot. Also, the zipper opening with a personalized zipper puller placed on the medial side. This is tentorium.